I thought you might be interested in having a look around this abandoned boatman's house, ferryman's house. It's on the River Tees, just outside of Barnard Castle in the north of England. There it is. A really, magnificent spot. You can hear the river. I'll just have a wander around. I'll take you into the property itself. It was actually abandoned in 1952, but there'd been a river crossing here. There's a reef there, isn't there? Oh, that's sweet, isn't it? It's a very special place. This has, quite an amazing atmosphere. So yeah, it's a river crossing, a boatman ferryman's house, and for centuries, if not thousands of years, in fact, there's been a crossing here. And this building was in use for centuries, up until about 1831, when a bridge further down the river was opened. It still continued in use as a boatman ferryman's house for decades after that. But just have a wander around. Fireplace obviously there. I mean, it is in the most idyllic location, but you can probably imagine that life would have been pretty hard for the boatman and his family. The river swells quite regularly, and many years ago, before they built lots of reservoirs actually, further up the dale in Teesdale, the river would flood very dramatically. And in fact, there was a terrible instance in the 1890s when a couple who were on the other side of the river wanted to cross over late at night. They'd been out partying, I think, with family and pub and all of that. And they didn't want to use the bridge because the bridge was a toll bridge. They wanted to save some money, so insisted on using a boat from here, from the boathouse. And they got in the boat with the boatman, and a big surge of water came down the river from nowhere, knocked the boat over, and the couple were killed. The boatman survived, but they left 6 orphans in a nearby village. So talk about, antiques telling stories. Antique buildings can tell stories, and this is certainly one. Very low. I don't know what this was down here, but it's going to go through. Just even touching the stones is quite amazing. And nature really is just reclaiming this place. And when you see the pictures of it, how it was, it's quite remarkable. They're steps. Spiral staircase there, and what may have been a cellar, I'm guessing. Probably a cellar, would you think? Should we risk the steps? This could be a dramatic video if these collapse. Oh, come on, Rose. I wonder if somebody would possibly restore this. I think they would. I mean, it would cost a lot of money, but wow, what a building it would make. Perfect Airbnb. There are so many buildings like this around Britain, just totally abandoned. So what I'll do now, I'll just walk a little further down. This was obviously the pathway, again, used for thousands of years, I would say. I mean, the Romans were here, and the nearby village, has been here at least 1,000 years. But just to the left, the steps down there would have gone to a little jetty where the wooden boats would have been moored to cross the river. And further up that way, that's where the big bridge is. Biggest suspension bridge in Britain down there, in actual fact. And there she is, there's the building, taken by nature.